When we talked to you after that one Leagues Cup game, where you talked about the need for the team to have a more ruthless mentality, seems like they've responded since then. How much of an impact do you feel like public statements like that, and even your personal statements to the team, kind of have in inspiring confidence in the group?
I think it's about just how people take it, you know, because me being outspoken, especially regarding us playing and to my teammates and stuff, they know that it's not from a negative place, and we're together training every day. From before, when I came, I said we're all pushing in the same direction. We're all trying to win together. So me demanding more from my teammates is for all of us. So me coming out with that, and them probably seeing that video, and then the way I am on the pitch, obviously from the outside, people think, oh yeah, it's Wilf moaning, whatever. But my teammates understand that if we want to get to where we want to go right now, we're gonna have to demand more from each other. And obviously, as everyone can see, the team's thriving from that. Like, where we've, how many games is it? Eight games. Won 8 games in a row, which the club's never done before. So I feel like every time you demand, it raises the bar, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep on being me and saying how I feel, man.
Do you think, or can you pinpoint a moment where it changed, where the script kind of flipped for either you personally or for the team?
I feel like a few things changed everything, really. It didn't help that we had so much injuries, but at the same time, the club obviously brought in a few fullbacks to help us play, because at the end of the day, we need players to play in their positions to be able to do what we're doing. So it helped having a few players come in, and then it helped massively having Nath come in as well, because he's a player that's been around for a long time. He's played in England. He knows his position. He's a right back, but he can fill in at left back. So I think the main thing was just people playing in their positions and just everyone understanding what everyone's going to do. Do you get what I mean? Because it's difficult when it's different players playing with each other every other week because someone's injured. I feel like now the team, everyone knows their position and everyone knows what each of us are going to do every game. So I feel like now, when we defend together. And when we attack together. So it's like when Wilf's got the ball, just make a run. Do you know what I mean? So we'll all defend together. And if I feel like I've adopted the game where I'm a bit deeper. So like now, if I've got the ball, Eden knows to make a run. That way, Kerwin knows to make a run wide, and then BB knows to make a run inside. You know, so like I feel like now we just understand each other a lot more.
You said something the first time we talked to you about, you know, loving when the opposing crowd gets on you and boos you. And I've noticed when you score these road goals, I think about Cincinnati, I think about Atlanta, Philadelphia, you relish that moment to kind of be the silencer. What is that like for you when you are in a hostile environment and you understand you kind of have the power to be that silencer?
That's just a game, man. That is just a game. You're gonna give me stick. I just need one moment. And when that one moment comes, I just make sure they hear it, man, because from when I go into the stadium and I'm being booed already and I'm hearing all these noises, and when I get the ball, do you know what? It's nice, but at the same time, it's like they're expecting something from me, or you wouldn't care. So it's just a game that we're both gonna play, and it's just like we'll see who loses today. So when I get the opportunity, if I get the opportunity to score in the game, Yeah, I enjoy making them know, man.
What do you, how do you reflect, again, I don't want to think about it from an ending standpoint, but how do you feel about your time here so far and looking toward next year? Like, how are you feeling about being here?
It's been great. Obviously, there's ups and downs. There was the Zaha hate train that I'm not doing enough and I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. And trust me, throughout my career, I've had doubters and I'm still here. I'm still doing what I do. So I've enjoyed coming to Charlotte. It's a beautiful place, nice people. The teams, I've enjoyed myself with the team. Like, we get on so well. There's no weird energy here at all. Everyone's on the same wavelength, and like I don't know what the future holds. Obviously, that's higher ups to decide that. But yeah, I'm enjoying my time here, and obviously, I'm enjoying breaking these records with the team.
Carol?
Well, there's a lot to ask about, but Miami, I think the last time you guys, when you played them down there, we saw a different you. A lot's changed with how you play and how the team plays with you. How would you describe going from that point to now and how you're able to find each other?
It's a bit. I felt like it was a lot of me just trying to showcase what I can do, but instead now it's us as a team, you know, and I just try to do my bit for the team now. You know, that was early on, and obviously everyone's trying to see what Wilf does. But and at the same time, probably for the team, they pass me the ball and watch what I'll do, you know. But now it's just like I'm not just by myself on the pitch. Like, people, like, everyone does their little bit, you know. So I feel like this game coming up that's a totally different team to the Charlotte team they faced before, you know. As you lot can see, everyone's adding their bit. Edan's coming, scoring goals. Our midfield, like, everyone, our defense, we're a lot stronger. Everyone has gone through their ups and downs. Even Cali's period, when he went through, he was a brick wall for us. And obviously when like, there was a time when goals were going in or whatever, but it's like everyone has their ups and downs. Like, now I feel like we're definitely working as a team. So yeah, the Will from then to now, totally different.
How did you get there? Like, how did you realize that this isn't working?
Just, it doesn't take long, to be honest. Like me, I'm 32. I know that in football you've got to adapt. You've got to be smart and understand that this doesn't work, I do this now. Because in general, like, me playing against different players, I've got to adapt to whoever I play against. And I've got to adapt to the team that I'm playing with. If I play against a winger that's strong, not a winger, if I play against a defender that's strong, or he's fast, I'm just going to think about my movement so he can't get close to hold me or race against me. Do you get what I mean? So you got to think about different tactics to prevail all the time. So yeah, that's what I've done.
Not having Dean on the sideline Saturday, what difference is that going to make, do you think?
I feel like the gaffer definitely does make a difference, but I feel like the older players, like me, Ash, Nath, Tim, we're going to have to be the gaffer's voice on the pitch. We're going to have to lead the boys, you know? Because obviously it's decent with the gaffer shouting all the stuff we need to do, but once you're there on the pitch, it's you know? And obviously there's a few younger players or whatever, but I feel like us being the older players, we'll have to, I don't know, we'll just have to do what the gaffer does since he's not there. I don't mind that.
He's gotten a few yellows, you know, he's had his moments this year. As a player, do you appreciate when he kind of has y'all's back that way, or?
If the gaffer doesn't have our back, then who's going to have our back? Mm-hmm. And that's coming from me. I'm the most, I'm not easy to, but that's the thing. Like, the gaffer knew how I was when I was, I've played against his teams many times. Like, I'm a passionate person. it is what it is on the pitch. Like, I want to win. And I feel like everyone that has a lot to say about emotion, try playing football without emotion. Try playing a sport that means a lot to you without emotion. So sometimes things happen, and I expect my manager to back me. So it's nice. Like, as a player, trying to win, trying to do your best, it feels good having your manager having your back.
Last one for me is just, I'm wondering about the trip to New York. Is that something you have been looking forward to doing with your family and kind of hanging out up there?
Yeah, because obviously it's close by, but then I took the opportunity to go as well because it was my wife's 30th. And yeah, man, that's a big one. So yeah, just took the opportunity to celebrate her life and at the same time go shopping for myself as well.
And your kids got to go to FAO Schwartz, is that right?
Yeah,
They clean up house up there?
Yeah, they enjoyed. Yeah, so yeah, it was good.
Good, thank you.
Steve.
Just to follow what Carol's saying with Dean, as coaches that you've had, managers over time, do you feel Dean is one that gets you, that understands you, and is helping you maximize?
To be honest, over time I've had a few managers that understood me, but he's definitely one of them that he gets how I am. He gets, like, when I get riled up at times, we can have a conversation. It's not an argument, because I'm 32. Like, I don't just say stuff for the sake of it. Like, there's meaning behind what I say, so the fact that he respects me enough for us to just sit down and have a conversation about stuff, that's all I need, just the respect, and then I'll give you 100%, So me and him understand each other very well, and he knows that as long as he gives me my respect and he backs me on the pitch, I'm gonna give 100%, So yeah, we've got a good understanding.
And when you're talking about the leadership in every champion level team that I've ever covered, there's many players like yourself who speak up. I mean, leadership is not just an armband, but most teams will have 6, 7, 8 leaders within the team that all hold each other accountable. Do you feel that that's what this team has here?
Yeah. To be honest, I get I feel like with me, in terms of leading wise, it's through me playing.
By
more.
example.
Yeah, by example, as in any team that we're playing against. For example, okay, Columbus, for example, they're a good team. When we went to play against them, they played very well against us. Then we had Columbus at home. So my whole thing was, give me the ball, I'll lead by example. Like, this team's good, but we need to stamp our authority on this game to let them know that we're not here to be beaten as well. So in difficult games where it's a bit like 100 miles an hour, I'm ready to stand in front and get the ball in difficult areas and play and get us playing. Do you get what I mean? And that's my way of leading. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
So that's, yeah. There's I can't speak for everyone else, but for me, that's my main way of leading. That's how I demand it. Because see, now when I'm in difficult games where I put myself first and I get the ball between 2 or 3 players and I get us playing, and now I can ask from you even higher level, because I'm showing you, and I'm like, yes, you need to do better. We need to do better as a team. Because now I can't be hiding behind people and whatever, and then demanding from you if I'm hiding, So yeah, that's my mindset, man. I don't know for other players, but yeah, that's how I try to lead. And I feel like in the defense, you've got Tim. I'm not in the defense, so I'm not close enough to hear them shouting at each other. But yeah, in terms of like where I am higher up or whatever, that's what I bring to the team.
Well, intensity can only be shown through action. You can't talk about it, you have to do it. But I was talking because one of your favorite phrases that you said is at the beginning was, there was criticism but with volume and stuff.
Yeah.
Are there others who speak up and are demanding in practice when they think other players are not bringing it?
Yeah, obviously there's Ash, but Ash is too much of a nice guy to say he doesn't really say too much. But there's Ash that tell the lads, yeah, we got to do better. There's Cali, he's rather demanding. It's me and really, I think it's me and Cali really who's really made a bit of noise. I don't think there's anyone else,
Yeah.
you know?
The referees might disagree with you when it comes to Ash because
Yeah. But I feel like on the pitch, it's totally different, you know? Like Ash off the pitch is a totally different person on the pitch, you know? So, yeah.
And the last thing is, like, there's been much in the news since the Leagues Cup final about Miami's behavior, you know, after the game on the pitch and, you know, what the suspensions were going to be. And, you know, it's come through and there's a lot of different opinions about, you know, whether it's just, if it's, you know, it measures the penalty. Is that something the players that you guys are paying attention to at all?
Yeah, 100%. Because the stuff we're seeing is crazy, and like it was not long ago we played against, was it Salt Lake, where everyone was calling for me to been sent off in the game. I've thrown the guy to the ground or whatever during that game, but then I'm seeing people spitting in people's face, punching, all sorts. So I was just intrigued to see what happens next. You know, as players, we're just seeing, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to what happens on the pitch. All the other stuff is just noise, you know? When Saturday comes and the referee blows the whistle, whoever's on the pitch then, all the other stuff doesn't matter. You know, we're just going to focus on trying to get that 9th win.
You've dealt with, you know, abuse and some things like that from other things and stuff. And aside from like racism, which can come from the stands but can also come on the pitch and stuff, spitting seems to be the most, you know, vile thing that show disrespect you can show to anyone.
Yeah, I'd rather you try to punch me, pull my hair, do anything. Spitting, yeah, that is ridiculous. That's where I draw the line. You cannot spit at anyone. So that's just me. Like, I think you can do a lot of other things, but spitting at me, yeah, it's over.
And,
Do people try to pull your hair while you're playing?
No one's ever tried to pull my hair. But I'm just saying, I'm just giving you a list of all the other millions of things you can do. But spitting at me, that's just degrading, and yeah, so I don't know.
Jorge?
Zaha, what do you, I guess, just going back to what Willie was talking about in terms of contracts and stuff, is that something that you've touched on with the club about extending here, or is it something that hasn't been brought up?
That hasn't been brought up, to be honest. I'm just doing what I've been brought to do. So when it comes to contracts, the club can come to speak to me about it, you know?
Would you be open to staying a longer time here in Charlotte?
Yeah, why not? If we speak and everything makes sense, why not? I'm enjoying myself here. My son's just started school. Comes back with different stories every day. So yeah, man, my missus is good. It's hot every day. So yeah, I can't complain, man. If the club come to me and we have a conversation that makes sense, then yeah, why not? I don't see why I can't stay longer.
Nice. I want to ask you talked a little bit about chemistry and I guess the relationship with, you've got two really young strikers in Idan Tokolamati and Archie Goodwin, right? Like, what kind of things maybe are you talking to them about? Because like you mentioned earlier, they're starting to understand your play when you have the ball and the right movements to make. Maybe what else are you kind of putting on these players to improve them?
My main thing is we all play for each other. None of that greedy stuff. Because if I don't pass you the ball, you don't score. So it's no one-man player here or whatever. Like if there's the opportunity, because this is what the top teams do. This is what the Man Cities of the world do, the bosses. In FIFA you call it a sweaty goal, where you square it to the person, so you make, because you win as a team. Do you get what I mean? So that's one thing, and two is But this is just small things from a winger to a striker's perspective, like when to come for the ball, or if he's gonna make a run, make sure we make eye contact before he goes. Just small things like that. It's not massive things, but it's like we're out on the field together, so it's little things that we speak about. And obviously, Idan, we understand each other. We understand each other well now because he's quite a silky player, as in he like little 1-2s and stuff like that. So he understands my game. But yeah, Archie's just come, so yeah, this conversation is just beginning again with him, So yeah, I don't really try to put a lot of stuff in their head. I just want you to play freely, and then if we end up playing together or whatever in games, just whether like if I want a 1-2 played or if he's gonna run away, it's just small things that I try to keep in their heads really.
Nice. And then at the beginning of the season, a lot of players or a lot of people, their expectations for this team was to have a top 4 finish. That was something that was discussed a lot. When we're looking right now, the team's in third. They've had a really good bounce back with an 8-game win. Just, I guess, talk to me a little bit about the mentality of this team and what you're noticing, because you did mention ruthless mentality. And I know Willie asked you about that, but like maybe from those moments where it was kind of down to now that you guys are right there at the goal that was kind of set at the beginning.
I feel like with the team, obviously there was a lot of obviously we knew where we wanted to reach, and we started the season well. But I feel like you see the period where we just lost every single game and we're losing. It wasn't even just losing, it was the way in which we were losing. I feel like we just needed to hit rock bottom to understand what it takes to win these games. Like you can't just walk, step on a pitch and expect to just win. Do you get what I mean? Like, so we just had to understand that it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take all of us. And as you can see, we're working as a team where the counters that we're doing, and we're all just, yeah, it's just proper unity now. Because we looked at each other in the face when we're losing back-to-back games. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide. So I feel like we needed those losses to understand how much it takes to try and get to where we're trying to go to. So I feel like those losses helped with just the unity of the team, and I feel like now we're just stronger than ever.
Nice. And then just last one for me, just Inter Miami has Lionel Messi, right? Charlotte has Wilfried Zaha. Just the impact of a game like that, because MLS, as it continues to grow, you need star players. You have guys like you and Messi in the league.
Yeah. There's no real introduction for Messi. But like I said, the only thing is, I feel like all the talking's done once the whistle's blown. Like, that's all that matters. Like, we know what we want. So I feel like I'm just fixated on what we do on the day. Like, as much as I appreciate Messi, and I know, like, he's a GOAT, he's the GOAT. Do you get what I mean? It's Ronaldo and Messi, do you get what I mean? But as soon as I'm playing against you, I couldn't care less about all of that stuff, bro. Like, I know what we want to do, and we're trying to get the 9th win, so that's what I'm fixated on.
Thank you.
Mike?
When you're going back to what you mentioned earlier, the first meeting with Miami, you said it was, what is Wolf going to do and all that sort of thing. And you may have kind of touched on it, but the thought of, as time has gone on, did you need to assimilate to this group, or did they need to assimilate to you, or was it everything to get you blended into this roster to make you guys as lethal as you're rolling right now?
I think it's a bit of both. It's willing to understand each other, willing to want to change and try different stuff, because I could have stayed in this mentality where I'm just gonna do all the tricks and everyone's gonna, and it was just not gonna work, because I just can't do it all alone. So over time, it's just like the players just understood, give me the ball earlier, and then you make a movement and I'll try and find you, and it's all these things. And just over time, playing more together, they just understood my strong points, and I just had to understand their strong points as well. You know, like I'm not gonna play a ball in the space for Ash because he's not a runner. Do you get what I mean? So like, it's just understanding different things for the team and willing to understand, like I said. And yeah, we just managed to gel together over the season. Like I said, the times when we were losing games back to back, to understand what we really need to do together to make this work. So yeah, it's from both sides. It's me willing to work with the team and the boys willing to work with me, you know, because it's not a one-man team. I haven't come here to just try and grab all the glory. It's all of us that are doing this all together. So yeah, we've just had to work together, man.
You mentioned the Zaha hate train earlier.
Yep.
For those of us that have seen you play all season long, I'm sure there's not a ticket-carrying member on that train in this room. But what exactly are people expecting of you to, just to see what you're doing now and how this team is succeeding, and what do you think people are wanting from you?
I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't make sense.
I don't know. I'm not scoring enough goals, even though I don't know if I've got to split myself in half and then build up the play from there and then score back post. Do you get what I mean? It's like that's the thing where I've had to adapt to the team, where we've got runners as well. We've got Eden, we've got Kerwin. So if I can get the ball and play the ball deep, and it puts them in a space and he crosses it. Okay, for example, the last game against New England, I got it put over the top for Kerwin header inside the box. We win we score as a team. Do you get what I mean? But people are not, because football just turned into just stats. If you don't watch the game, you just watch a little highlight reel of 5 minutes, Charlotte versus whoever, and then I haven't scored or whatever. Oh yeah, he's not doing enough. We're paying him so much, he's not doing well. This is what I get. But people that don't watch the game properly, this is the stuff that I get, you know. Like, I know what I do for the team, but it's people that, as soon as they hear my name when I'm coming to the league, I'm expected to do my job and then everyone else's job as well. So yeah, that was a Zaha hate train. I'm not doing enough, you know. You're silly, I know.
What?
If you can split,
I don't know how to follow that.
Yeah, if I could split myself, I would.
Do you have to get paid double for that?
Well, you'd have to ask Zora. You'd have to speak to Zora about that.
The last one for me, because of all of that
Yeah.
noise, is maybe your greatest satisfaction right now the fact that you are showing how much of a team guy you really are. And I'm sure that people around the game know that you're a team guy, you're not a me guy. You're just exceptionally gifted and you could play the game at a very high level, but your success doesn't come from how many points you score, it's how many points the team scores.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'm glad, because people seeing that clearly, if I'm willing to go deeper to get the ball, to pass it to other people for them to, because I'm not getting, apart from in MLS, the third pass before the assist, usually you don't get an assist. So it's only here that they even see it as a pre-assist. So if I'm willing to step back and not be in the limelight like that for other players to I don't know, score or assist or whatever, then surely I'm not me. Do you get what I mean? So it's nice that obviously you guys see it. Like, it's I just all I want is just how can I word it? I'm just glad that people are seeing what I do. You know, it's not about just we're scoring goals, whatever. It's just seeing what I add to the team, even if it's not just the YouTube reels of me doing a million tricks and doing whatever, but me actually being part of a team and we're succeeding together. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's it, man.
Mike's a hockey guy. He understands build-up.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that until here. I'm like, I'm always the third pass, but like, that's actually an assist here. So I was like, oh, nice.
Well, if it's instrumental, but sometimes it could be even the 2 passes before that creates
Really?
the opportunity. Well, it's not credited that way, but
Yeah.
those who know, know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Go ahead,
Those who
Sam.
know.
Will, thank you for the time today. I did want to ask you, since about an obscure Inter Miami player, Lionel Messi. Since in the first match you didn't play against him, what is your experience playing against him in the past, and how will you and the team work to contain him during the match?
I don't think I've ever played against Messi before. No, and I'll be honest, I'm a winger. How do I contain Messi? I don't think that's one of the things I'm gonna be thinking about on the day. My mentality is what I can do to them. I try to not fixate on what other players can. The reason why I don't fixate on that, and I don't think we should fixate on that, is because you forget what you can do to hurt teams. So when you're so focused on, I know Messi is one of the best players in the world, but if we're just focused on stopping him the whole time, we forget that we can hurt teams too. And I just need to be focused on what I can do, or what we can do to penetrate their defense and score.
Well, so speaking of which, how do you get past people like Sergio Busquets?
I don't know, running, 1-2s, whatever we need to do on the day, that could change. Whatever we need to do on the day, we'll do. Like, so yeah, we're obviously prepping for the game, and then the gaffer's obviously gonna give us a good run out and understanding of what they do and what we need to do to win the game.
Can you talk to me about how, over the course of the year, the team has definitely added more folks from Europe. You have more people who've played in the Prem and the Championship. Is it sort of like getting the gang back together? What is it like working on the team with so many people that you faced before?
To be honest, the only person I've faced here is Ash. I haven't faced anyone else. But,
Tough love?
nope, never faced him before. To be honest, it's nice to have Toff's left back, a natural left-footed player. But yeah, obviously he's got injured as well. But yes, having these sorts of players, it just indicates where the club's going, like the mentality that the club has and what we're trying to do. Like the club's definitely, we're all on the same wavelength, like trying to bring in as much talent as we can, because obviously this year we're trying to win something.
And speaking of trying to win something, like what would it mean to bring home a championship or a shield this year?
It'll be massive because the team's worked so hard. It's been a long year. It's been difficult. Obviously, the period where we're traveling every week and back-to-back losses. Sometimes it just makes you really doubt yourself at times. So us having the turnaround and managing to do what we've done and win so many games and break records and stuff, managing to win something at the end of the season would just be the icing on the cake. I think what we deserve.
And I know there's been a lot of talk about the 9-game winning streak and tying that MLS record with the win this match, but also a major consideration for the team going forward is playoff position and home field advantage. How much are you all thinking about how that contributes to being able to host these playoff matches at home?
To be honest, this is my first time, so I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just taking, I don't know for the other players, but for me, I just think we gotta just take every game one at a time. I think you start messing up when you're thinking about 2, 3, 4 games ahead. I think we've just got to play the same way we've been playing, continue how we've been going on, and just win each game one at a time.
And finally, from me, is there anything that, you know, you talked a lot about the Zaha hate, but is there anything you want to communicate to the Zaha fans and the Zaha lovers and the people who are been with you all the way?
I don't know, man. For the people that just know what I do, just know it's appreciated. That's it, really. Like, I'm never gonna stop being me. But the people who have supported throughout, I appreciate it very much. I may not show it all the time, but yeah, it means a lot.
Cheers. Best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Wilf, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, guys.